What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It is Friday, June 17th. Summer is nearly here. Today, I went to the Midwest Monster. This is going to be a day one recap of my thoughts of the show, some pickups, nothing crazy, some modest stuff. Just trying to add to some of the PC items and sort of try and find some deals. So before we get into the pickups, we'll go ahead and cover the show. 350 tables over at the Best Choice Fieldhouse here in Fishers, Indiana. That is a local show for me, which is really good. It's 5 miles away. Drive down, park. A little bit of a walk to get in because they had to go to the overflow parking lot. Parking there is a little bit tight. It's in the back of an industrial park. The Best Choice Fieldhouse is basically Indiana basketball on steroids. We've got eight or so basketball courts around the perimeter of this field house. The tables were set up in kind of a donut type fashion around the field house. Really good attendance. That was the first thing that struck me walking in. I got there around 2:30 in the afternoon. I think they opened around 12:30, and the place was just slammed. Obviously had to park in overflow. The overflow lot was fairly busy. They had a nice shuttle cart that got you to and from the venue, because Indiana summers can be quite brutal. It was plus 90, 91 degrees out. So go in the show. Obviously it was packed. Really excited to check out, what dealers did show up for this show, whether it was dealers that were showing up at my local shows in Fishers and other places around Indianapolis. Other folks that have done the J&J All-Star sports card shows before. It was a mixture of that, plus maybe a little bit more people coming in from like St. Louis and Memphis and south of Louisville and Columbus, Ohio. Card Collector 2 was there. Ryan. You had the Slab Stocks team was there. I don't know that they had a table, but Aaron was there walking around with his film crew, so that was pretty exciting to see. Got a chance to meet Northeast Ohio Sport Cards, Neo Cards and Comics in person. I had chatted with him a little bit via Instagram. I did offer Neo, I'm not sure he'll actually watch this video, but I did offer you to stay at my house. A complete stranger says, hey, if you're looking for a place to stay, you're more than welcome to come here. I think that would be awkward for anybody to take somebody up on that offer, but I believe in Hoosier hospitality, through and through. As not a native Hoosier, but an adopted Hoosier, that's something I care very deeply about. It's about showing people a good time and making sure they're well cared for. Andy, the Indy Card Exchange owner, has very much the same mantra about his card shop. So got a chance to talk to Rob Neo for about 20 minutes, kind of share some stories and thoughts about, what to expect for the weekend and things that maybe he didn't know about me, so that if I ever ask him again to stay at my house, next time he might say, oh yeah, that John guy, the guy that eats competitively and does YouTube as well, even though I'm woefully short of the subscriber base that he has. But nevertheless, that was pretty fun and exciting, and definitely look forward to meeting up with him tomorrow if I get a chance. So as the day went on, I went around the tables, kind of thoroughly looking at most of the display cases. Spent about 2.5 hours on the show floor with my wife. She picked out some of these cards, so we'll talk about those here in a bit. After that, I had to drop her off so she could go take her trip to Wisconsin. I'm going to join them at some time next week, but right now I'm going to be stuck here in Indiana for another couple days. Got to work a little bit next week. I'm going to go back to the show tomorrow, and we'll definitely talk about that here in a bit. But after I got back home, dropped her off, I went back to the show and met up with a coworker. We walked around the show pretty much until they closed, until they almost kicked us out, and bought a few items. Nothing crazy, like I said. Ran into a lot of familiar faces, chit-chatted about. Really fun to see. My general thoughts on the show as far as pricing goes, there are still dealers that I think are far outpricing what the current market rate is on cards. Now, one of the cards that we chase a lot is Steph Curry. I was on the lookout for a lot of Steph Curry. Now, the Warriors just won the title last night, so I can understand charging a little bit of a premium, kind of having that fourth title bump. It should simmer down after a couple weeks, but Steph Curry is certainly very hot right now. Walking around to some of the tables, looking at some of the prices, I saw such a wide range of PSA 9 prices for his Topps rookie. I think I saw in the high end like 2,800 and the low end like 1,850. I don't know where comps are right now on that. I don't look that one up every day. We bought a BGS 9 about 6 months ago, and we've held on to it ever since. We got it after sort of the initial hype had passed and prices were coming back down into a modest level. Now, they might have dipped further since then, but in general, I think they have sort of held a floor, and I believe this fourth title certainly sets a new floor. So looking at that and then looking at some lower dollar stuff, there was a game used jersey card that I think it had $100 marked on it, and I looked at that initially and said, well, it's a cool card, definitely. Let me see it. Let me see some comps on that. I was just curious to see if you know, that one was certainly available in the market, and it turns out, you know, that card that was listed for $100 routinely sells on eBay for like less than 25. So things like that are disappointing, and there's definitely a lot of that still. I don't think many dealers have sort of kind of given in to the fact that they're not able to charge what they were, let's say mid last year or even early last year. It's their prerogative. It's their stuff. They can do what they want with it. They don't have to sell it. You know, if you want to keep it, keep it. But I'm just not a buyer unless you're willing to move off to a more fair price. And as I said in a couple other videos, I'm going to be very selective. I'm not going to chase everything just to chase it. I'm going to look for deals, and I'm going to get things for a specific reason. And hopefully you'll find a little bit of that in the stack in front of me. Now, I have a budget. I'm going to go to the card show tomorrow. I do have a mental note of where certain cards were that I did have my eye on. I just didn't want to buy anything too soon until I had a chance to look at all the tables. So I don't know that there's any other thoughts on the show. Really good to see also some unique stuff show up at the show. I definitely saw a lot of stuff I don't see every day, which was really exciting. You go to the same Fisher's card show or the same local card show over and over again. Same dealers show up with the same inventory over and over, and it gets a little boring after a while. It was really good to see some new cases with different you know, inventory in stock. So pretty excited. Did go to trade night, just got home from trade night as well. Don't want to keep you guys too long, so we'll just go ahead and rip through these pickups here in just a couple minutes, and then we'll just kind of share some final thoughts leading into tomorrow. So this is nothing crazy. A lot of it's ungraded stuff. So DeJounte Murray, base, Donruss, picked this up for like $1.50. Basically, it was 6 for $10 for a couple of these cards. Kyle Trask, the gold foil from this year's Donruss. Shohei Ohtani Refractor All-Star Game card from Topps Update. 2 De'Aaron Fox Donruss rookies. Nothing crazy there, but again, for $1.50, I figured why not. De'Aaron Fox numbered to 99. I don't know if you guys can see that. That was out of Panini. It was a sticker card collection, so this is a sticker. I don't know. Guy had like $1 listed on that, so I figured why not. Then we'll get into sort of the meat of the pickups. These are all Steph Curry's from here on out. If I know my wife well enough, she can't help but look for Steph Curry even when today is probably not the best day to buy them. But on the low end, I don't think you can go wrong buying a couple of these. It's $1. This one was $5. We got that for $5. There's $1, another $1, $3 on the green dominance. The Shockwave was $3. I think we got a package deal on those for like $15 for all those. And then these are the 2 bigger ones. She saw these in the same case, got the guy down to $90 for the pair. So we've got the Crunch Time from Donruss last year out of the hobby product from 2019, PSA 9. I think these are going to be a tough grade because of the orange corners on the cards. So, but it just looked cool. It's just kind of a cereal box look. Yeah, kind of a cereal box look. Pretty cool insert, I think. And picking that up for under 50 bucks was a pretty good deal. And then she saw this one. This was the Steph Curry Spectacular Debut, Spectratacular, something like that. You get the idea. I don't know if I can take the one touch off, maybe show you guys the surface of the card a little better. But this one, again, she got for under 50 bucks. And I don't know, this might be a little bit of a surface issue on that one, but I thought it looked cool, and it was numbered out of 75. So that was definitely probably our best pickup of the day, was the Steph Curry. Just looked cool with the prism look, numbered to 75, 59 out of 75. So $90 for the pair, plus a couple dollar bin cards, more or less. Nothing crazy. I think we were all told in for like maybe 110, 120 bucks total. So that was pretty much day one. When I go back tomorrow, I think I'm going to seek out just targeting specific ones that I had mental notes of where the cards were relative to the show floor. 350 table show. It's a little daunting to go through it, to be honest. Like I said, I spent 2.5 hours time there, and I do like to talk a lot. Trust me, I do like to talk a lot. Chit-chatting with some of the dealers and vendors and patrons can certainly take up a lot of 2.5 hours. So with all that being said, should be able to get through the rest of that show tomorrow. Hopefully find some good deals, some things that I have my that I have my eye on, and then look forward to the National coming up next month. I think it's next month. Yeah, next month. That should be definitely exciting to see. And so one note, I may be the first on YouTube to mention this as well, but the folks that ran the Midwest Monster here, the J&J All-Stars Sports Card Shows folks, just made an announcement at Trade Night that there will be a second Midwest Monster event this year coming up, I believe, on the 7th and 8th of October, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look at the calendar and figure that out. Let me take a quick look here for everybody. Sorry about that, folks. So yeah, the 7th and 8th. So Friday the 7th and Saturday the 8th of October, they will be back at the Best Choice Fieldhouse for a second round of the 2022 Midwest Monster Sports Card Show. So pretty excited to see that. As I can say from firsthand experience, this show was so well attended. If they definitely hype it up like they did the first time around, the second time around when the weather's a little cooler and people are looking for things to do and maybe summer vacations are over, I do believe that show will be very popular again in October. And it's far enough away from the National where I don't think that's sort of like a competing interest there, which will be very good to see as well. So that's all I have for you today. We'll do a day 2 recap tomorrow if I pick up anything crazy. But everybody enjoy your weekend, enjoy summer that's coming, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.